Is everybody happy? You bet your life we are.
Well, another nice winter's day. You can tell it's still winter. We've got some of those grey cloudy things. We have had a couple of weekends of really poor weather. Really windy. We are getting into August, which is our windy month, but anyway, today we've got an absolute perler. It's going to be nice and warm, no wind, so we are going to fly the batteries off the plane. So what do we got today? We've got the circle plane again. Anyway, for those that are colourblind, it's green and black. Those light black bits is where I ran out of the dark black bits. So anyway, let's not get picky. You may notice a couple of things about this that's a bit different besides the pilot. One is we've got landing gear now and we've got a nose wheel. So you can get this in two different models. One is the classic glider, which is a nose wheel. One's the classic glider with the mid wheel here and a dragger at the back, and you hand launch that, and we all know how that went. This is why we've got the second one. If you're thinking of buying the STL files for this, do yourself a favour, get the one with the landing gear and read the instructions too, because when I printed this out, this was really flimsy, so I had to put this aluminium support in there. So that's just my touch on how to do it. Another one of my touches is this tail assembly. I've made that myself, as you can probably tell. Designed that up in Fusion 360, printed it out, stuck a little wheelie in there, and yeah, she's good to go. And this one does have a rudder. Now let's get to the main part, the main talking point. You may notice that up the front here it doesn't have a cowling on it, because it's got a friggin' big motor on it. And the reason it's got a big motor on it, because the last one, so this has got a custom made motor mount, designed and made by me. So it picks up the holes to bolt in. So in here is some recessed holes for some nuts, and you put the nuts in and then bolt that motor to it on the cross pattern. This motor cross pattern was too big because it's a bigger motor. So what I did is I designed this up. So this is made, it's got the offset and it's got the offset. And what I did is I countersunk some holes at 3, 6, 9 and 12 o'clock to bolt the motor onto, and then of course this just bolts in over the top, so it's a sexy looking motor mount. We'll see how it goes. We've got a Tundra prop. That motor is off the old Voltiger, which is no longer with us. Anyway, that's what it is. Let's have a look inside. I don't trust magnets. I like to use lacquer bands, and if we pull the canopy cover off, we stick that on the deck, what we've got in there is a spitload of nose weight, because this thing is very tail heavy. We've got a Turnigy Plush 60 amp ESC from 100 years ago, and yeah, she's all good. Now that is not an antenna, that is a bit of fishing wire that runs all the way down the back here, so you can thread through for your servos. So yeah, and what else we got? A little bit of tape here that just holds. It's got like a 1mm carbon rod that goes all the way through there to hold that, and that's what these hinge off. You may be able to see that carbon rod through there, but that carbon rod basically runs through that hole and then runs all the way through there and comes out and rests in there. Not a real fan of the 1mm carbon rod. It is, you know, it is strong, but it's 1mm. And a little bit of blue tack, which is stuff my wife reckons I use on all my projects to fix things. So a little bit of blue tack, just hold that in rather than glue. So if it breaks or something, pull the blue tack out, slide the pieces out, away we go. It's got a series of heat inserts in there, and that's basically what we've got. Righto, we're running a 2700 4-banger in there. and we have got up and down and all around, and we're going to just do some taxiing and see how we go with it.
Engine off.
So I'll stand here and let's do a bit of a power test.
Engine on.
Yep, that's got plenty of power. So
Engine on.
and we've broken the wheel. Well, that may conclude today's program.